Please don't stare. It's kind of rude. ADD, designated driver, description drop. What are you looking for? Hello, everyone. I'm King Mob. I am old. I play new games and old games. I'm also wearing a tiger mask of Satoru Sayama, who was a pro wrestler in Japan and also the creator of modern MMA, no matter what Dana White might tell you. Founder of Shuto, pretty much renowned as one of the best lightweight pro wrestlers in the world. And as I said, the creator of MMA. So I figured it was a fitting mask. Colors looking good. Everything's looking pretty. Gonna check my filters just to make sure. Yep. Use that color correction. Good to see you, Cat, Chuck, and Huntress. Use this a little louder. Turn the game down. Go. Oh, let's get to it. Back to Ravashal. Get our load in here, and where we're dealing with a lynching over a simple union dispute, evidently. Let's talk to our boy.
Yes?
Kim. Oh, interesting. Shift stops me from moving. Can't get over here.
I'll die before I squeal, pig. I come from the woods, Kuttavitu. You don't want to go there with me. You don't want to see what I've seen.
Don't be traumatizing here. Get the fuck out of here.
Huh. Don't want to see what I have seen. Well then. Let's go to our case notes. Okay. Oh yeah, I can't examine the body yet because I do not have enough fortitude. Let's talk to some people.
Hello, sir. Step right in. The store is open.
A young girl with chubby red cheeks waves to you, smiling. Her nose is also red from cold. Hello.
Are you interested in a new and exciting book?
She stomps her feet to feel warm. What kind of
It's a
store is this
bookstore,
anyway?
sir. We sell books, postcards, and some board games. It's called Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold your horses, little girl.
What
That
is a book?
is a book. They have stories inside them. It's like someone told you a story in
Oh,
a
okay.
really long
Thank you.
letter.
Whatever about there. Let's check my volume. Yeah, my volume's... Unfortunately, I have to change my settings, and also my little munch likes to change the settings. There we go. I'm peeking into the red. That should be much louder. I'll pull this up to negative 25. What's a
A
postcard?
postcard is a small cardboard picture. You can write a few words on the other side and send it to your friend or beloved.
What's a board game?
Board games are like little games on a table, made to pass the time. There are several different ones, but sailors here mostly buy cards.
I didn't miss anything. I just started. There's an introduction to myself, the origin of the mask, saying hi to everybody, and hello, Mr. Stenchman. Hope I might be able to entertain you while you're working tonight. Because freelancing is hell. But so are other people. Interesting,
My
thanks.
pleasure. Anything else you'd like to know?
Okay if I ask you some
Okay,
questions.
sir. I'll try to answer any questions you have. I hope they're about books.
Who are these famous people?
Oh, kings and queens and generals of old, or artists and writers, or musicians, those kinds of people. There's usually something extraordinary about them.
He scratches her cold, reddened cheek, then continues.
I think that's why people read them, to find the secrets of their fame.
Seems like most people who read those books fail to get more famous from reading them.
Reading those don't make readers more famous,
But
does
it does make the famous people more famous.
Ooh. Why is your hip coming at you, Mr. Stenchman? Those famous people sound like a bunch of dorks.
Annette's expression remains ever so helpful, but she doesn't say anything.
I'm not going to twist that knife, though. Never mind, I literally had nothing else.
Okay.
What is your
My
name?
name is Annette, sir. My mum, her name is Plaisance. She owns the store. She's inside minding the register or organising the stock.
The girl gazes at the window and suddenly jolts, her eyes wide, as if recalling
Feel
something.
free to step in and browse our wares.
And you're standing out here in the cold because...
I'm signalling that the store is open. Otherwise, people might not know. They'd miss out on the crime, romance, and biographies of famous people.
I could help, but no. I should have a word with the store owner.
Oh, no, sir. I'm happy to help Mum by luring in customers. Besides, I have some hot juice in my vacuum bottle to keep warm.
Shouldn't you be in school or something?
I do my studies at home at the moment. I have to help Mum keep this place running.
Isn't going to school more important than all of this?
Mum says it's necessary to do both because it builds character. Mum says a proper worker is dutiful. That's how you get ahead in life. You succeed.
There is stress and unease behind these words. She's reciting etiquette.
How's the business going?
Mum says it's peachy. She was a little afraid at first. There's talk about this house being cursed.
Looks over her shoulder. Cursed in what way?
Cursed in the way that makes them say that no business has ever really thrived here, sir. That they all go...
He's looking for the right word. Bankrupt.
Exactly. But we've been doing fine so far.
This sounds rather serious. I should probably look into it. Ugh. Need a better chair, Mr. Stenchman. Oh, look at it.
We can go into the bookstore and ask about the case, but I don't see much more to look into here.
Look. That body's not getting any fresher, Kim. We're gonna do some things. Lieutenant makes a note in his notebook.
Yes, please do look at our wares inside. The postcards and board games you asked about are also there, sir.
What do you know about the other failed business? Oh yeah, that's what I have here. I have a secret lab, and it is tremendously comfy. Even if I do sit on it in my usual ways, my legs all folded, but that's just part of my ADHD masking. So finally got diagnosed again after being untreated for more than 2 decades. So that's nice. Yeah, the chairs are amazing. Can't say enough nice things about it.
Nothing really, sir. Mum doesn't allow me to sneak around in the back rooms or the cellar. I don't really know what's there.
Looks a bit disappointed. How does this curse manifest itself?
It does not manifest itself in any way. It does not exist. I liked it better when we were asking about famous people.
Fine, I'll show you.
Anything else you wanted to talk about, sir?
Enough about the curse for now.
Maybe I can tell you about some of our books instead.
What is this
Crime
bit?
fiction is about murders or burglaries or things like that, and the work of a policeman or a private detective who's trying to solve a crime and catch the criminals.
Why would anyone want to read about crime?
It's exciting to people, I guess. They get to imagine dangerous things, and it's kind of like a puzzle, where you can guess who the criminal is, or how the good guys are going to catch him.
Ah, yes, the, Equus, the, the encyclopedia of queerness, depending on how you sit. No, maybe that's what it is, but I sit like this because it keeps my legs from bouncing and annoying the people I work with, or annoying the people I live with, or annoying people around me. So to keep my legs from doing this all the time, I sit with my legs folded. Ah, yes, look it up. Look up bisexual way of sitting. But mine's just masking. I'm a policeman myself, by the way.
You don't look much like a policeman.
Huh. Well, then what does a cop look
Didn't
like
mean
then?
to offend, sir. Sorry, sir. It's just that you don't look like Dick Mullen.
Not your body that's important to police work anyways. It's your...
Head? Yes.
Yes.
No, your mind. Not head, child. Heads.
Flexibility. There are millions of different people out there. You have to get into their heads. Sometimes you have to be the killer to catch the killer.
Isn't that very dangerous?
Policemen live and breathe danger, little girl. Mullen obviously acts the chameleonic skill.
Unlike you, sir. He's just a fictional character. He's no match for you.
Exactly.
Maybe you can show me some real police work, sir. Like in the books.
Just stop calling me sir. I'm but a working.
No, sir, I can't. It would be too tiring to refrain from it. It's already tiring enough to remember to say it all the time. It's nice of you to say I could stop, though.
I get you. For example, I can't stop making this face.
That's a friendly enough face, most of the time.
What is romance?
It's the type of book where there's a rich lady and she has to choose between the good man and the bad man.
Well, there are certain signs.
Or there could be a story about a poor lady getting a rich man. It's about man and lady business, sir.
About a poor man getting a rich lady.
It happens, but usually the guy gets rich in the process. Or should actually be rich himself, but has lost his family property unjustly, like during the revolution or something.
Unjustly.
Those are unhappy books, for most of the pages. People sad about what they have lost, but then it all turns out just fine in the end.
What about when everyone
That's
is
really
poor?
not a proper romance story. That's more like everyday life.
Sometimes you have to write about real life things.
Not in romance books, sir. These are about nice and pretty people, and everyone is happy in the end.
What about when both...
These are not very common. You can't have a choice between bad and bad. Nobody wants to read a story like that.
Yeah, you need to find that meme there, extension man, about bisexual sitting. What if it's written really well?
Well, maybe then it's fine. Maybe if the lady then decides not to pick either, because she doesn't need a bad man. Yes, that would be interesting.
What about the book where the man and lady business doesn't work out at all?
I haven't read many of those. Maybe you should ask Mum.
Maybe I will.
I'm sure she can help out. Anything else you're curious about?
Enough romance.
Maybe some about other books?
Let's see what is my composure anyways? There it is, 5. I have 5 in composure. Should be able to pull this off.
The girl keeps her hands folded, hidden. Why is that?
You lounge. And if you lounge in, get one of these seats. Hey, why do you keep your hands folded?
What do you mean, sir?
You don't need to be worried. I'm here to help.
She looks around anxiously. Her hands remain folded in front of her. She doesn't want to show them.
I have a friend in Rome, you know.
The lieutenant stands by, looking at the two of you with little interest.
It's okay.
She brings out her reddened hands, her nails frayed, nearly chewed down to the flesh.
You bite your nails.
And you knew this from me keeping my hands folded?
They were fielder.
Well, that proves nothing. Anyone could do an easy deduction like that.
Want more? Bet I can figure out why you bite your nail. I've got a few reasons in mind.
She nods, half provocative, half enthusiastic.
You're uptight because your mother and the pressure she's putting on you.
Maybe so, sir. Okay, I know it's a bad habit, and I shouldn't.
There. Either way, it's another ace detector.
It was okay, sir.
Still got a rebellious streak. Good for you.
There's more that can be achieved here. Ask her to do the same.
Think so? You better. You do something about me.
You're quite sober.
Snap that quicker.
The lieutenant does not flinch at the comment. He does not flinch even a single bit. He is intensely not flinching.
How do you
It
know I'm
takes
usually
effort.
not sober?
Because you usually aren't.
I'm also sad my head hurts.
I'm sorry, sir. I hope things get better soon.
There she stands, swaying on her feet, assaulted by the early spring breeze. She smiles at you. The whole situation suddenly feels familiar, somehow. There's something you're missing.
Ooh.
Because you know each other. She's been talking to you so openly because you've talked before.
Hang on. So you know me. We've met before.
Yes, I stand in this spot all the time.
I want to save the child.
You've been running around all week without your shirt on, sir, apologizing to everyone. I don't really understand what you've done wrong.
Did I ever talk to you?
Of course, you've stopped by a few times. You certainly look better than the last time I saw you.
Thanks, I'm trying.
Yeah, I can see. You don't have party eyes anymore.
Party eyes. Yes, of course. That makes sense.
Then it slowly, ever slowly realizes party eyes. Yes, of course. Party eyes?
You know, like a cat in the dark, all big and wide-eyed. It certainly looks odd on a man.
The swiveling eyes of a loony drug addict. That is what she meant. You were probably gurning too.
I will not.
Fuck yeah. Oh baby, that's not what you have to worry about. Worry about the important thing.
Why didn't you tell me you knew me to begin with?
I didn't know I had to do that.
Thanks. I learned something about myself today.
I'm glad I could help you, sir.
Okay, goodbye. See you on it. Look, there's a Rosa pistol and a half-naked Dom on the cover. Dame. Cover stands on very muscular man, surrounded by flames. Ooh. Book is titled From Heimdall and the Wildfire. Man from Heimdall. How am I getting message noises? I hate it. A book about pate. This book, you really don't understand what it's about, nor does it seem important. A book about a Badiardo culture, promotes freedom and roaming upstream. Look at the future. Government reads your mind using radio technology. Okay. Let's keep moving. I'll go inside in a second. RTIs. What do you mean match the girl? Match little match girl with child. No, I'm not gonna be. I don't even know what that means, but I'm not gonna do it because sounds worried. Bad birds. Broken windows? Tibbs has windows.
This coin-operated viewer is facing southwest. Its coin slot is full of fossilized bubblegum, rendering the machine permanently inaccessible.
Inside.
A thick layer of graffito covers the lenses. You spell out the word Onuk written on the other side, with N and C scribbled
Kuno.
backwards.
Ah, yes.
That's Kuno on the lens.
Focus.
Under the graffito, a sea of blues and greys appear. Behind the water lies a coast studded with concrete and reeds. On it, a church on stilts, lanky weather-worn wooden planks, an X-shaped cross topping its tower. You know this to be the star of Pericarnassus, or the Cairo, the central symbol of the Pericarnassian church, a star, a great moral height to be strived towards. Around the large wooden building, you see chunks of sea ice gathered on the beach, and a small tent set up on the ice. The metal feels cold and wet under your palm. It looks unhygienic.
Put a bag in your head. You have to collect these bottles yourself. Okay. Do I have a bag? Damaged ledger. Here. How do I interact? Here we
It's
go.
the ledger you found in the trash. A pitiful cabbage of white and yellow papers hanging from plastic board, barely held together by a metal clip. This sad display is made complete by the faint smell of urinal cleaner.
Urinal. Nice. Pronunciation. Little Match Girl. Okay, the name of the story. I never read that one. Oh, yes, I have. Yes. And she passes away of hypothermia. Yes, I remember now. Anything else?
There's a piece of toilet paper, or is it cleaning tissue? No, it's toilet paper, desperately sticking to the back of the blue plastic clipboard. It's a metaphor for you.
Inspect the top.
It's just toilet paper sticking to the back of the plastic clipboard. You can take it off if you want.
Maybe it's kitchen. No, it's.
Still wet, the toilet paper peels off the plastic easily. All you have to do is shake it off with your finger and voila, the ledger now looks marginally better. An aluminium block runs the width of the board, biting down on the paperwork. Its crocodile teeth are the only thing keeping the papers together. A regular pencil, the tip worn down to
I'm
nothing,
not gonna cut
has been
myself.
attached to the clip. A bunch of sodden papers sag from the clipboard in your hand. It's a sorry sight.
Browse the white paper.
They're not exactly white. They're yellowed in patches by sunlight and alcohol and covered in dense blue handwriting. Ink escapes into watercolor patterns, reaching its tendrils across entire pages. The paper itself is checkered with faint red lines forming short paragraphs. Once in a while, there's a red stamp that exclaims, "Case files commit to paper." The case files themselves are plenty. You count more than 100 sodden, crumpled up, earmarked pages falling apart in your hands. They appear to be sufficiently organized and extremely dense, if mostly illegible.
What is in there? What are they about?
Work, strife, poverty, the Jamrock Quarter. These are handwritten logs of investigations dating back to January 51, this year. The exact number is hard to estimate due to missing pages and an odd naming convention. But there are at least 20, maybe 30 cases undertaken, not completed, mind you. It's the middle of March. You have attempted 2 cases a week on average. What do you mean? Is that all?
Two cases a week, a good caseload.
Huh? Two complex cases to undertake is a lot, yes. You really have to push yourself. I would not suggest it, lest you start making mistakes.
2 cases a week. Here's been my load, Lieutenant. I'm not sure I completed them, though.
2? That's a lot. I didn't mean to say you are making mistakes, by the way. That was presumptuous of me.
A nice perspective.
I prefer a normal caseload. It's a matter of method.
Like a fan of gills, the checkered papers dry in your hand. The handwriting is extremely dense, if mostly illegible.
There's a mention of a naming convention here?
Yes, it appears you employ a, shall we say, robust yet literary system. Each investigation has its case number written on the margins. Yet, still more tellingly, most are accompanied by a name. A title, one might say even. One that draws inspiration from snoop fiction and vespertine cop show staples.
Oh my, they're written in capital letters, too.
Yes, all caps. One is called The Next World Mural. Another, The Square Bullet Hole Murders. Another yet, The Unsolvable Case.
More?
Others appear more light-hearted. The guys on a couch in an unexpected location, and the murder at the hookah parlor. Even the rare article-free collapsing tenement. Murder features prominently throughout. It's going to take an effort to piece these case files together, but it can be done. Once you're done inspecting them up close.
And my cases appear to employ some kind of naming convention.
You mean the alphanumeric? Officer, precinct, time of arrival at the scene?
No, I mean a non-numeric one, with titles.
Oh, you mean the titular? Yes, well, so do I. In our defense, almost everyone in the RCM does.
Why is that?
It's a holdover from the early days of the RCM, right after the revolution, when the organization had little idea how to do things. It persists in an unofficial capacity. Officers use these titles to refer to their work among themselves.
I seem to have a case called the Square Bullet Hole Murder.
Again, in your defense, I seem to have named one the man with the hole in his head. That was a real person. His death was real. Still, I named it that, to amuse myself. I pray his loved ones never find out.
What happened to him?
Rail spiked through the head. He died. It was a workplace accident.
The notebook is annual. It says 51 on what remains of its cover. A molten strap of cardboard. Everything prior to this must have belonged to a previous volume. In short, there was more.
Count the cases. I have to open an official case. Is there room?
There is, for precisely one more. 15 pages near the end remain untouched by the damage. The checkered grid forms a structure of passages, breaking the case into subtasks to accomplish.
Beautiful.
Once all the tasks are accomplished, the case is complete.
Got a pen. Bit the paper. Use the pen.
The tasks you've completed flow out of the kind green ape pen in a brash freehand similar to the rest of the letters. The wording comes easily. It's almost robotically simple, a language developed for mental rigor and simplicity. Inspect the victim's body. Interview the cafeteria manager. It's not exactly poetry, but poetry would be out of place.
Cross out the ones you open.
A satisfying slash sounds across the paper. You're done, it seems to say. And you, and you. You're a swashbuckler with that pen, Harry, and it feels good. Feels like completion. Things to be done and things already done. The composition of reality. This is an extremely useful tool for a detective of the citizens' militia. Now all that remains is to name the case.
Lieutenant, do you by any chance named our case?
No, actually. Any ideas?
The Setting Sun.
Okay. It's a good name, but it has one problem. This case has nothing to do with the setting sun. At all. It has nothing to do with that, so... Something more concrete, perhaps? Do you have something concrete? Mundane, usual?
The Hanged Man.
Great. That's great. That's actually what I was thinking too. The Hanged Man. Good, strong name. We have a
Salami.
very good name for the case now.
Good to
I'm
see
going
you.
to start calling it the Hanged Man. It's good we sorted this out.
I'm done inspecting you. Close the case.
You don't exactly close them, so much as distance yourself from the smelly papers. They're a little further from your nose now.
Browse the yellow.
In the back, you see thin, translucent copier paper. Some neon yellow, some bright red, all covered in boxes, like marching armies. These look like official forms, waiting to be filled out.
Hope you're feeling okay, Mr. Salami.
Then rip them from the binder and hand them out, according to type of form.
What type of forms?
3. The topmost are misconduct fines, the middle ones are station calls, and the bottommost are field autopsy forms. Each is easy enough to make sense of. You don't have to be an intellectual giant to do police work.
Misconduct.
A monetary penalization ranging from 20 to 250 real. Severe cases allow for 1,000 real, but that requires special paperwork. The details of issuing these fines are spread out over the rest of the fields, but they appear pleasantly vague.
No. Station call.
These are quite sinister in tone. They give a date and time for the person to appear at the specified precinct police station. Below the call are the criminal charges you risk by not appearing. All in a print so small it could be considered downright cute.
Field
A
autopsy.
dozen pages of thin copy paper, bright red in color. You see the parameters of a deceased human form waiting to be filled in. Age, sex, condition of internal organs.
Enough.
Yes, all that remains now is to fill those forms and hand them to people. Fines for wrongdoers, interview requests for bad guys, and field autopsies to dead guys. The rest of the stinking cellulose is much worse for wear. Being sandwiched between the board and the rest of the paperwork must have spared the fragile copier paper. Yes, you can piece them together using the alphanumeric code on the margin. It always begins with HDB41, then date of initialization and time of arrival on the scene, followed by the title. For example, HDB 41120111700, the next world mural.
Wait, HBD 41. Are those officer
Why,
precinct?
yes, your precinct number is 41.
HDB.
Every last alphanumeric in the files begins with it. And these are your case files. It's safe to say HDB are your initials.
I don't know what to say about that.
I got nothing here either. Logic really isn't the best faculty to have this conversation with, but it's the one you got. So sorry.
How long does it take to complete?
It takes about half an hour to piece one together using the system you've devised. Where do you want to start?
We can revisit.
Not much has changed in the meanwhile. A bunch of sodden papers still sags from the clipboard.
Put the ledger away. Okay, made some progress there. I am going to go reload my drink. I'll be right back. Thank you all for watching. It's okay. I wanted to show everyone this sweet, sweet kitten, but he's super worried right now because he doesn't know what to make of this mask I'm wearing. His eyes are huge. He's just giving me this look like. Oh, yeah. We haven't established his name yet. I mean, I know it's coming, but oh yeah, he's. I can't believe Kim could stand that close to him. I'd want to hit him with I definitely would want to hit him with a goddamn power washer. Hey, I can put these gloves on at least. Whew, that's kind of fun.
It's just a racist mug. What's there to read here? Not much.
There's quite a lot to read in here. Look at all that content.
Oh boy, here we go. What are you going to say about a broken, tossed away mug that you dug out of the garbage?
It pushes the face of every merchant I find. Tell them this is urine ain't an
So again, you dug it out of the trash. Why? It wasn't going to offend anyone there. Why don't you just get back to your case?
Shut up, mug. I don't want to talk to you. In fact, I don't even like you.
Hey, psst. Psst. Hey, you.
Who, me?
Yes, you. Word on the street is you're ready to start building communism again.
How come there's word in the street?
You keep saying things like, down with the bourgeoisie, eat the rich, sodomize the landowners, impale all people who have more than 25 real in their pockets, literally murder all human beings regardless of their political beliefs. That kind of stuff.
I said some mildly left-wing things, but none of those.
Oh yes, the mask of ambivalence. Don't deny it. You're about to rip it off and reveal the monstrous seven-eyed lamb of global communism that would devour and masticate mankind. Everyone can see that. So tell me, do you have any questions before we fire up the big communism builder? Or
Wait.
do we get right down to it?
Hey, first, what is this communism even about?
Failure. It's about failure.
Well, I'm a big failure right now, so that's kind of fitting.
Yes, abject failure. Total, irreversible defeat on all fronts. Absolutely vanquished, beaten, curb-stomped and pissed on. Until you came along. You will reverse the fortune of the workers of the world.
Tall order.
You alone, against every living thing, against every human alive. 800 trillion real in the hands of an impossibly well-organized ruling class. Towering city blocks of bankmen who have the ears of prime ministers. Million-headed armies of nations and the love of your own mother. You against the atom, the charm and the spin. Where the whole world failed. Matter failed to bend to human will. Human will failed to get out of bed and tie its laces. You alone, single-handedly, will rebuild the dreams of the working class. You are the last communist. Now get to work, comrade.
Roll up the streets and start building communism. Yes.
Oh yeah. Get the firing squads and the animal wagons ready.
Wait, what about firing squads? You didn't say anything about those.
Too late to back out now. You can't make an omelette without breaking a few million eggs.
Sleeves further and breathe in the pristine air. There we go. That feels refreshing. Ooh. Oh. Yes, refreshing. Like the little thing I got in the mail. little company called the Cola Corporation. Yes, he's a bad communist. He explains it all in the about. We're all bad communists. But I know a secret. Yes, I'm sorry. That's the kitten smashing things against a glass table. It's a kitten. But yes, I know a secret about communism. It's not macro. It's micro. It's about helping your fellow man. It's about mutual defense and assistance.
This
and aid.
coin-operated viewer is facing south. The instruction manual says to insert 25 centimes and pull the handle while looking inside. Then use the focus knob to
Small
zoom
kitten
in if
brain. Let's see
necessary.
if I can get him on camera. Somewhere down there. See a little bit of motion. Big problem is they're both black. I'd give you their names, but I don't want to out myself as a terrible, terrible nerd. So you can just watch them. Oh, there's one right there. What are you guys chewing on? There we go. One moment. Okay. What are you guys batting at? Something. It goes clunk, clunk, Papa. It goes clunk, clunk, Papa. We love it. Yes. Of course we love it. It goes clunk, clunk. Back to clunk, clunk. There we go. Back to bisexual sitting.
Why place a tourist attraction in the middle of such poverty?
What's a tourist attraction doing here?
There was a revitalization project in 49. A design studio tried restoring Martinez to its pre-war glory. It didn't stick.
One tenant looks around and concludes it didn't stick.
They got as far as the street lamps and the statue on that intersection. Then something went sour. I suspect that something was Everard Clare, the union leader. He muscled them out. It's how it usually goes around here.
Can't we do something about it?
We should have done something about the union 10 years ago. That ship has sailed, officer.
Insert a coin.
Your money disappears into the coin slot. A clunk, the ring of metal.
There's one on the floor there. You see the other one digging in the... I might just have to do this real quick. Let me add a new scene. Let's call this one Kitten Cam. Back to the scene. Pull the handle and look inside.
The curtains on the display open. You lean in to catch the view. It's blurry. Different blues and greens. In the middle of the shimmer stands a drab grey shape, like a ghost.
Ah, yes. Thank you. Let's see if that's the mic. No, that's not the mic. Or is that the mic? Yeah, that is the mic. Ah! Back to the scene. There's the kitten. Kittens have stopped. Trying to not to focus your
The
vision.
lenses shift. The ghost sharpens into an islet in the bay. In the ruins, a man-made structure is visible. A half-sunken sea fort. Its concrete almost reconquered by nature. It looks as if it was abandoned quite some time ago. Nothing but a rotten tooth remains of the anti-aircraft tower. A lonely birch tree grows out of it.
What kind of ruins? A building over there.
Really? I don't have the eyesight to make it out.
There are ruins of some kind of building there.
Really? I don't have the eyesight to make it out.
Let's have a class. I think I can find it. Let's talk with him.
Yes?
It's taking it nice and slow. Oh, a little bridge here. Man, this place has seen better times. Anyways, let's go shake down Mama. Oh, there's somebody in a bag too. I can use that bag. Give me that bag. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go to our inventory. We're gonna get that item, that tool, put the bag in our hand. Oop. Now I'm gonna go over here. Take all this stuff. What did we get? Probably more garbage. Huh. Well, whatever I picked, oh, it's probably in the bag. Ah, I can pick up bottles. Bonus. Well, mutual aid. Cleaning up some garbage never hurt anybody. Okay, hey, you too.
Have you no shame? Whining about your back every time you bring out the measuring tape.
René, you're a man with a fork in a world of soup. Please, let's just try to enjoy the game, all right?
The other one is eating a big sandwich.
I'm trying to, but you keep breaking my concentration. You're old. I can see that. We're both old. Now stop grabbing your ass like it's a girl.
These manly men are playing balls. This is a ball game. Grab a ball and play it. Don't ask questions. Shoot first. Ask questions never. No, you got this. There's the ball. You're the game.
Get a ball and show how it's done.
You are immediately surprised by the ball's lack of weight. No matter, you'll make it work.
Let go. Beat the ball.
Merde! Bordel de merde!
A whorehouse of shit.
Voices are mad. Why am I hearing tabernacle?
It wasn't whorehouse of shit. The shot was at least 23 meters, probably 24, and then some. Nothing to be embarrassed about.
What the hell is your problem?
I don't understand.
Vandalized our game, son. We can't play petanque with 5 bull.
Oh, the top. I understand.
No, you don't. Our petanque game is ruined. We want our bull back.
Take it easy, René. This is just a misunderstanding, isn't it, officer? No harm done.
Of course there's harm done, you orange slug. You owe us a goddamn bull.
Okay, I'll try to fix this.
Good. Mistakes are forgiven when men at least try to right their wrongs. I believe you will try.
Yes. Why did you come here? It's unlikely they know anything about the murder.
They're gonna be playing in a crater.
Yes. The terrain here provides an interesting variety to a familiar game.
You know what created it?
I do. Fire from heavy artillery.
Okay, it's a crater left by artillery fire. Why?
Why what?
Why was heavy artillery used?
Because that's what happens when communards hijack your country, execute your supreme leadership, and turn your capital into a slaughterhouse. You use heavy ordnance to clean up your home.
Did you use artillery fire against them?
Sadly, no. It was the foreigners who brought them to their knees. We fought valiantly. Too valiantly. So valiantly we got licked.
March you to a lawn ball and give the cricket bat. Yep.
Should have fought dirty, like they did with their suicide sex cult propaganda and mad anarchist women strapped to shrapnel bombs. We didn't though, and we lacked caliber. God bless him, but the suzerain's cannons simply weren't big enough.
It was probably a bit more complicated than that.
Why seldom here in the Martin?
Because this place is a damn beachhead. Had to soften the commies up first.
You checked?
Yes, the military coordinated amphibious landing to take back Revachol. Martinez was used as one of the 3 footholds in Revachol during Operation Deathblow in 08. The other 2 are off in Stella Maris and the Delta.
Deathblow sounds grim.
This here is Blood Ground, where coalition boots first made landfall and cleaned those rabid dogs out. Most likely, we're playing pétanque on their mangled corpses.
Yes, fuck between.
Blood ground. You got old René going there. Like he isn't hungry enough already.
Hold on, coalition.
Don't get me wrong, officer. I hate those foreign dogs, but the enemy of my enemy and all that. They're the lesser evil.
Is that why everything is so bombed?
Damn right, son. They laid the fire of hell on the city before they stormed it. And it worked, too.
Strange cleaning.
The rest of the city got cleaned up, but Martinez they keep as a monument. And now the Union Socialists are practically running the place.
Well, it's your own damn fault. You, we, the coalition, Revachol, whoever you want to blame, never finished the job. Officially, the party never surrendered. Of course, they still all influence.
Very. Oof.
You don't even begin to truly understand the players on the table, let alone the specific circumstances surrounding the... What do you think?
Thinking men have opinions on these things. Present one.
That's how it should be. Soft socialists paving the way for the hard-working class to take over.
Preposterous! Surely you don't mean it. I'm just sorry it had to be them. After 8 years of fighting those commie hyenas, boiling cats for food and drinking my piss in the mountains, I would have preferred if the Right Honorable King Guillaume returned through Revachol, or even if that damn clan Frissel had risen from the grave and led us. Sadly, that was not the case. Instead, all that is just, holy, and beautiful in the world was wiped away, and now it's neon signs with toothpaste ads everywhere. Foreign influence peddling garbage and stupid music on the radio.
Sucks.
This is just what the commies wanted. This was their plan all along. This is what they wanted to replace the role of the suzerain with. Damn Frissel. He was a king we couldn't protect. The Carabineers failed him, and the crown. He died in the hands of the Hyperlay, in a very public execution.
Good to me.
He slouches as he says that. It makes him smaller, admitting they left the king to the mob.
Mention Goulier.
A true king in both blood and mind led Revachol before Frissel. He would have been better, but the damn commies drove him into exile.
Do what you said, Equus. Yeah, do what you said, Equus. Sorry.
Some manner of self-deceit is present in his thinking. Sounds like this Guillaume abandoned him, and he doesn't want to admit it.
The suzerain is the king! Has everyone forgotten already? They've forgotten already.
He then slowly nods.
It's no use talking to you. You were still in Daddy's balls when it happened. When we took our last stand against the filth and rode the cavalry straight into gunfire.
I think about the man hanged in the backyard of the building.
Unfortunately, I don't. Unlike most of the locals, I have no qualms about assisting law enforcement. But this affair has passed me by completely.
This is the thought cap. Okay. Internalize. There. No, no. Let's get this lonesome way home, too. This gives me -2 visual calculus. Actually hurts me. Doing communism hurts me. People think communism's some crazy idea. They had this come up since 40 years ago. The fever shook the world, never returned again. They were right, till he woke up today. Spiritual corpse responsive only to the call of Commodore Red prostitutes. Krasnazov. They all hurt you while you're internalizing. Interesting. I'm doing this one too. Alright. I'm happy. Let's get this moving. And most of the locals?
In Martinez, the union is the law. So can you really blame them?
But you don't have a problem with cops?
Cop is a pejorative term. I don't have a problem with policemen. On the contrary, I admire the effort to bring order to our streets.
He doesn't know about the crime. Your time is better spent discussing politics.
What about police work?
I'm confident they are indispensable in regard to all the paperwork and other administrative duties.
You better not be implying that women are unfit for field
I
work.
am merely stating that nature, in her infinite wisdom, has made men more fit to perform certain, more challenging tasks than women. Remaining headstrong, making tough decisions on the spot, or even tackling physical obstacles are a few examples of such challenges.
Tell me something you are really good at. I'll find a woman who's better.
I don't want to get into this argument with a police officer. Let's just say that in the last 82 years, I have repeatedly seen my beliefs confirmed in full.
Well, you won't be seeing it for very much longer. See ya.
I have really outdone myself. This is divine.
Okay, Barrio, you look really happy.
Yes, that's what you need, Gaston. More padding on that fat arse of yours. I hope your heart gives out.
René, it's a little pleasures. Life doesn't need to be a struggle. Hello, officer. How might I be of assistance on this fine day?
Tell me, what do you know about the dead?
Let me think. I heard someone was hanged and left on a tree for a week. But that's all I know, really.
Come on, you must have heard something.
No, officers, I'm sorry. And I really would like to assist. You are both good guys. I can see that.
Then help them, you wimp. You have plenty of shoulder with the ghost caviar in the Union. Someone must know something.
Ghost caviar,
He
huh?
means caviar socialists.
I wish I could, but I just don't know anything. I always keep my nose clean and don't gossip. Everyone knows and respects that.
Uh-huh. But you know people who don't.
Odd. He doesn't seem to be lying, but there's something off here.
Sounds like you're holding back.
I'm not even anyone.
Of course he's holding back. His mouth is so full of Union prick he can't even speak properly.
Can I at least finish my fucking sentence before you piss on it? Is that okay, René? I'm not anyone important in the Union. I just know Evrard.
Who this Aha?
Evrard Claire. Everyone in Martinez knows the Clare brothers. I taught these boys human studies and history in the gymnasium.
What do you know about history? You never witnessed history. Only heard about it years later, when it had already moved on. You don't know history.
The old soldier mumbles something under his breath and turns to face the sea. There he stands, proud, rigid and alone, like a cracking marble statue.
Let's try not to get caught in a crossfire.
Oh, in many ways, yes.
Hey, you remember, don't
Like an honorary member. I attend meetings and parties, help with little things. Evrard, Edgar, and the older debarders all know me.
In many ways,
Oh, yes.
but you're not an actual member.
Not in the technical sense. I don't have a vote or a membership card, but Evrard keeps me on the payroll, just for the little things.
So that's what it was before. Him hiding something. He tries to make it look like he's a big deal in the Union, and now the illusion is disintegrating before your and Renee's eyes. He doesn't know anything, because no one tells him anything. He's an outsider.
He's a friend of the leader.
Of course he's not a member. He's not a member of anything. I knew that. He's a Weservein. Turns to where the wind blows and tries to look important. I hate this socialist rabble. But even siding with them is better than living your entire life on the fence. Never committing to anything. Pick a damn side already.
What are the little things you do?
Writing work mostly. Occasionally, he needs something written, and I happen to have a way with words, people say.
What kind of things do you write for?
Oh, nothing official, I assure you. Just essays for the newspapers. About Martinez and how things are and how they could be. Evrard and I have these long talks where...
Well, he tells his little pen man exactly what to say. It's commie propaganda, plain and simple. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Are you a caviar socialist?
I don't even consider myself a regular socialist. Politics is not really something I involve myself in, officer.
Wait, how can you write those little newspaper pieces if you're not political?
Officer, I have a vivid imagination. And like I said, I have a way with words. That's enough. No need to sink into politics.
You can't stick your hands in the trough and not pretend like you're going to get dirty.
He just fluffs it up.
Of course. Don't sink into anything. Don't sink into any fight. Only sink into your couch.
You are other way.
I prefer highly adaptable myself. Has a better ring to hit, don't you think?
Everybody knows people like these two. Two friends who've known each other forever, but kind of hate each other. Very like cousins.
Come on, you.
Thanks. That's all.
No, thank you. For being consummate professionals, you'll have this case wrapped up in no time.
Bye for now. Tire tracks leading onto the roof. Swishing radiators wash the wall. Huh. Onto what roof? That's interesting. The Pokemon's tree. Ancient fountain doesn't pump water. There's a tree in it. Well, that's the way things happen sometimes. Damage looks to be caused by an earthquake. Enormous bull worthy of a real man. Jesus Christ, you two. Make it down here. One thing it keeps coming back to, mutual aid. That's my song. That's a nah, it's just shit. Good dates. This is Squall Seabirds. Take all, huh? Spider bullet holes line the wall. Yeah, man, at least they stopped those commies. No. That's the failure of macro. Okay. Take a quick look around.
The display rack is brimming with worn paperbacks featuring an extremely muscular, sword-wielding barbarian on the cover. Nearly all the titles contain the word Heimdall somewhere.
Heimdall. Look to the display books.
Rows and rows of Heimdall men blur your vision. You make out some titles. Man from Heimdall and the Mammoth Riders. Man from Heimdall, Return to Heimdall. And the solipsistic Man from Heimdall and the Heimdall Man.
Good God, how many are there?
Maybe 100. Man from Heimdall and the sages at the end of the world. Man from Heimdall and the false god. Man from Heimdall and the scorched earth. Man from Heimdall, the Heimdall colonies.
All pulp
Man
books.
from Heimdall and the swamp beast. Man from Heimdall and the snow crabs.
That all?
Not even close. Man from Heimdall in hell. Man from Heimdall and the forest of slaves. Man from Heimdall under the lake. Man from Heimdall, Heimdall burning. There's even The Trial of Death, a Pastanal combat game book set
Ooh,
in the
love
world
those
of
when I was a kid.
Heimdall Man, and so much more.
I need the books caught.
A twinge at the back of your head makes you flinch. Your eye starts twitching. Your hand reaches toward a book with glossy cover art of the very muscular Man from Heimdall in chains, kneeling in front of a staircase leading to a throne. A woman sits on the throne, leering at the man. Between the throne and the Heimdall man lies a bonfire, casting shadows on the wall. The shadow of the woman's headdress looks like a pair of devil horns. The title reads, Man from Heimdall and the Devil Woman. The display rack before you is burdened under piles of Man from Heimdall novels.
I don't need to be told about that. Old sportsman, tucked away at dark.
A small mountain of colorful board game boxes. There are numerous types of games for all ages. A lot of shelf space seems to be taken up by Wirral-related merchandise.
Wirral, huh?
An endless variety of source books, lore books, and codices litter the table.
Ooh.
The topmost book is titled Welkin Compendium, 2nd edition. There's also a large hardbound tome with intricate cover art, The Hunters of Katawak, Boreal Creature Compendium, and a pick-your-path
love the art
adventure
in this
game
game.
book titled
Artist.
Tales of Wirral, Cavern
Art.
of Velkrag.
The art is so good.
Books in a board game section? Who wants to read books?
It really catches my eye.
There's a box that says Wirral, 3rd edition Mega Setting Supplements Module. The side panel notes, a fantastique adventure board game, new maps and miniatures. A sticker on it displays 25 real. That price is steep, but then it's the 3rd edition Mega Setting Supplement, so it makes sense.
I mean, it just makes sense. All about Lake. I'll speak with you in a moment.
These shelves are overburdened with books from the same series. You see the name Dick Mullen over and over. A couple of spook novels hide amidst all the detective books. Thrilling tales of spycraft and daring do. Crime fiction is a disgrace. An asinine misrepresentation of the physical attributes of the arduous everyday work of actual police officers. These books greatly overstate the excitement of police work, glossing over how long it takes to actually follow up on leads and eliminate dead ends. What's more, they completely ignore the psychological hardships of year after year coming into contact with people during the worst days of their lives. Not a single mention of all the stress this work creates upon the officer's family. Detective fiction just doesn't tell the truth at all. Now, would you like a list of all the books found on the shelf?
Oh God, no.
Shelves filled to the brim with crime novels featuring the...
I'll go back to it in a second. Oh, that's just magic. It's rather candid. Wow.
Filled to the brim with crime fiction. These books, great. What's more, not a single mention.
Sure
You
thing.
see Dick Mullen on the job. Get Me Mullen. The stalwart adventures of Richard P. Mullen. Dick Mullen and the murder in the orchard. The sordid affair of Dick Mullen. A killing is declared. Dick Mullen in the murder house. The final case of Dick Mullen. An obvious lie. Dick Mullen in the clock tower. The ordeals of Dick Mullen. Dauntless Dick. Dick Mullen's funeral pyre. The murder of Dick Mullen.
Dick Mullen dies?
Oh no. Turns out he faked it to solve a case. Yes,
More?
there's also the dame who did it. Farewell, my Mullen. Faking death seems to be a common trope in the Mullen series. The morbid tales of Dick Mullen. A dark tide turns. Tragedy calls for Dick Mullen. Another one with fake death. And, of course, Dick Mullen, the murderer. In order to catch a murderer, Dick Mullen must become the murderer. After all this, you still haven't found the answer to the one question that matters. Who is Dick Mullen?
Who is Dick Mullen?
Your quick eye notices a small caterpillar crawling across the spine of a book. The title reads, Dick Mullen and the Mistaken Identity.
What do we have here? Mistaken
A
identity?
worn paperback from Dick Mullen's classic Hard-Boiled Phase. The premise seems to be that Dick Mullen is framed for the murder of his best friend and has just a few days to prove his innocence.
Why does this speak to me?
Could it be the motifs of unstable identities and shocking betrayals?
That's probably right. I'm a complicated guy, full of contradictions.
Then this is the book for you.
Okay, look at that later. Do one last little spin.
The plaque on the shelf reads, Biographies of Famous People. You see a large variety of names, none of which ring a bell.
I want to talk to myself.
Shelves full of biographies. Browsing through all the books with all their names makes your head spin. None of these seem important or relevant. It's all just vapid egoism. Suddenly, a particularly odd title catches your eye. It reads, High Speed Love, the tragic true love story of Jacob Irv and Alfie Delatrace
W, okay.
by one Cecilia Averbrook. High Speed Love chronicles the romance between two of the finest tip-top tourney racers in history. One of them is the madcap driver, Jacob Irv. His blonde mane graces the cover. Next to Irv's life story, you see a slim biography of an Occidental rock star called the Anti-Star. He's famous for shooting morphine into one of his eyeballs and cocaine into the other.
Ah, that makes sense. Pretty sure that's a reference to David Bowie. His mismatched eyeballs. Anti-Star.
Next to that, Rivasholian radio personality Guillaume Bevy stands in front of a rundown drug den. He's a permanent fixture on Channel 8, reporting on real-life crime and ruining cops' days.
We'll come back. Okay.
I really must insist you buy one of the books. Reading them is not for free. Do still browse, though, but not too long. I'm sorry, I did not mean to rush you. You are browsing. Go ahead. Take your time. Time is commerce.
Yes. Glad you figured that one out.
Several maps have been attached to a bulletin board hidden inside. The maps look old and faded, Your eye catches a map of Insulinda, a map of Revachol, and a map of Martinez. It's not really a map. It's a tourist thing. A picture postcard with buildings on it, drawn from an isometric perspective. A date in the upper right corner says 48. Still, it's detailed. Could be pretty useful for scouting ahead.
Oh, I don't have money for that.
Yes?
This bookstore is not strictly about crime, romance, and biographies of famous people. Amidst the various books, you find one written by someone named Matthias W. Dundas. It's about wholeness, unity, balance. These three things are very important to the working class mind. The point of the book, and many others on this shelf, is to give people medicinal advice in situations where they don't have access to paid health services.
How does that work?
It serves platitudes, while also telling everyone that traditional medicine, the kind people don't have access to, and which costs more than this book, is garbage, and would only give you cancer anyway, without even curing your cold or anything.
One of the things I've been seeing out there in the real world is the wellness to fascism pipeline. It's all about bodily purity, taking responsibility for your own health through platitudes, positive attitudes, and expensive, non-regulated supplements. Yeah, it's all out there. Just look at the orbit of things. Look at the orbit of things. People like Andrew Tate and InfoWars. Everybody's selling their Alpha Brain from Joe Rogan and on it. Having your own bootstraps for your health.
Wholeness, unity, balance, on the other hand, can basically take care of anything. Though it is important to note, when it's up to your mind to heal yourself, then it's because of your mind that you're ill in the first place. The book features chapters on topics such as how to find magnesium. It even lists plants you can harvest magnesium from. How to continue drinking if you're an alcoholic who has destroyed his liver. And there's even a chapter on the ancient Seraïs tradition of using duck gallbladder, preservatives, to treat and prevent sexually transmitted diseases. Pre and post factum apply. Nothing worth buying.
Turkey, what books are these?
Sir, please, no browsing in that shelf. That wisdom is not for free. I can't have you end up, like, opening a police store next door and stealing my customers. Oh,
Okay. God, I hate capitalism. We're gonna have a little chat here.
welcome to Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People. My name is Plaisance. Be welcome, and please take responsibility for the energy you bring into this space.
The owner of the store.
I am the proudest owner of our little shop of culture.
Her voice is high-pitched, as if to give it more penetration. Your daughter's the one standing outside the store, right?
Annette, yes, my daughter. I hope she wasn't slacking off again with her nose in science fiction. Tell me, was she at her post doing her job like a proper girl?
Yes, of course she was.
Wonderful. Did you talk to her?
Yes.
Great. On a scale of 1 to 10, how compelled were you to buy books after talking with her?
I'm not going to grade a human being. I don't do
Come
that.
now. It's not personal. It's about proper sales practices and market research. I expect an answer.
10. She's very polite and helpful.
My precious, her dedication brings joy to my heart. If you have children, I hope they turn out as great as my Annette.
All this pressure has made her really anxious. You know she's been chewing her nails?
God. I've told her not to do that. It's such a disgusting habit. She'll get over it. Anxiety is a part of life.
I don't think she can do anything about
She
it.
can, if she has enough willpower. This is what's called growing pains. Life isn't easy. Life doesn't give breaks.
Come on, ma'am. It's obvious she can't do anything about it. You are placing an unnecessary burden on a young child.
What you're doing is wrong. Even I know that. I usually don't know anything.
She stands stiff and severe, silently fuming. 10 or so seconds pass without change. She's looking for one, but there simply aren't any good arguments for being an asshole.
Oh no. Hold on. I need to invite her inside and apologise. She must be freezing out there. There. I don't know what to say to you. My husband, he tries to teach me business lessons. I have what my mother called a dull mind. All this stress.
You don't have a dull mind. She only
Yes, I'm afraid so. A real treat she is. It would be nice if she had... No, we couldn't have afforded more children, really. Not in this economy.
A glimmer of sadness blinks through the well-crafted exterior.
Why not?
We're quite busy people, you know, my husband and I. Quite busy. Children are a lot of work. You don't look like a father, so I don't expect you to understand.
Very good point. Shining the sun on your tank. Yep. He's a capitalist, yes, but Plaisance is just literally dumb.
I'm sorry. I'm sure you do understand.
His husband and his father?
Yes. My husband is a successful entrepreneur east of the river. If only he were more involved in the business we're running up here. No matter. Soon we'll both be off for Grand Couronne.
Grand Couronne, where's
It's a proper place to live. One of the most peaceful neighbourhoods east of Jamrock. You may know it for its massive housing projects. Most of the buildings are empty at the moment. It's a great opportunity to get ahead of the crowds. Better times ahead for sure.
Hey, Woes. Good to see you. Another plainest hater with Plaisance.
He made the initial investment. Since then, he's been what you might call a silent partner.
Yeah, just like your child.
Super silent, almost inaudibly so.
Tell me she doesn't go to school anymore.
She's been too busy helping me here. So she studied at home this trimester. This is a temporary solution, of course. I assure you, I of all people understand the importance of education. She will be back in school the moment the store takes off.
And hell freezes over? Never mind. It's not a good topic to get into.
It means, well, that she's basically a bait trap set for Gwyneth Paltrow. I have something else in mind.
Looks aloof. Her features much softer. Occasionally she glances at her daughter's silhouette.
Well, for now, I'm going to talk with the daughter. Put your hands in here. Put some lotion on them, please.
I'm sorry, sir. I can't talk right now. I'm very busy with my homework. I have so much homework now.
You just can't win. Out of the rain and into the gutter.
What are you doing now?
Math. It's really difficult. Like, really. They say you need it to get rich. Better than standing outside in the cold, I guess. Oh, I found something while you were away.
What is it?
I thought this would fit you. Like, thanks for helping out. Not me. The city, I mean. Like a detective does.
She gives you a hat, almost exactly like the one Dick Mullen wears. Wait, where did you get it?
Just what Dick Mullen would ask. I got it from behind the curtains. I'm not really supposed to go there.
Detective
Yes,
hat.
just like the one Dick Mullen wears all the time. You'll look way more serious with that. Right, I have to get back to my homework now.
Well, that was nice of her. Encyclopedia, yes. I could use some encyclopedia. Yes. Quite well now.
Yes?
You see a set of tattered curtains blocking the way to another room. A strange cage-like trinket dangles from the curtains.
Excuse me, officer. The back room is strictly for employees only.
Some of the strange. Okay.
You see some kind of charm, an irregular polyhedron assembled from bones, sticks, and straw. Inside, a disturbing fish head with empty eye sockets stares at you.
What is this?
This is a traditional Seminese ward, meant to provide protection against ill luck, bad dreams.
I know, I've been really good with my
curses,
rolls.
and other supernatural scourges.
Kind of nice. Yeah, I'll take dice luck. Lord knows I can't get any when I'm running my games. What are the Seminese?
Inhabitants of Ile de Fantôme, the Seminine Islands down south.
Ghost Islands?
Aside from poking at it suspiciously, there is nothing else to do with the fishhead charm at this time. The curtains remain shut before
What's
you.
behind the curtain?
Nothing. Now please go back to browsing the books. Don't you feel compelled to look at the books? The books are all you care about.
She speaks almost as if she's trying to put a spell on you,
Mhm.
urging you to buy more books. Oddly enough, the more she tries to draw you away from the curtain, just as you're about to pull apart the curtain,
Sir, don't touch that. I told you it's off limits for the customers. Parapsychologically speaking, we're done if you decide to open them. I won't be held.
she looks away, mumbling. Why is everyone always messing with the curtains? Why can't they just buy books like normal people?
About the curse, that's why you're
No,
afraid.
it's just a storeroom for the employees. I told you. Now please step away from the curtains.
I need to get in there.
Why? It's not like anyone was killed there.
Ho 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 ho, baffled by her own bluntness.
I am sorry. I don't mean to be so impolite. Just please don't go there. I can't allow that. You'll only make things worse and unleash the powers.
Oh,
The curtains do seem frail suddenly, not robust enough to contain a slippery darkness.
I don't care. You can't stop me. I'm gonna open them.
No! Please just talk to me, officer. Come here.
Talking is always good. Go. The curtains, tattered with age and covered in dust, hang before you, as if
Let's talk about these powers. Thanks for coming by,
Hello
Lois.
again, esteemed officer, and welcome to Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People.
Why are you so uptight about these curtains? What's the other
I already
side?
told you, it's just a storage room for employees. I don't understand why
Silent
it's so
partner.
important to you. Just let it go, officer. Go buy some goddamn books. You're supposed to be drawn to the book.
Yeah, because you got something that's both like metaphysically manipulating me to buying books.
she's so tense, it's a miracle she hasn't snapped in half yet.
Miss Georgian, why are you so
I'm not tense. I'm just... Okay, fine. It's just because this place is cursed, just like everyone said. They don't call it the doomed commercial area for nothing.
Yeah, I heard about our fan there, Woes. Yeah. I mean, phew. I mean, he supposedly had cancer for like 20 years.
Are you happy now, officer? Happy that you've ruined everything?
Host of hosts, she prays. Guard me and my honest business venture from the curse that lurks behind the curtains.
You sought help from
Yes, I've contacted numerous parapsychologists and even a pair of Simonese mediators. They provided me with the wards.
I don't watch TV. I don't, unless I'm working, I don't partake in non-interactive fiction.
The wards help to keep the doom at bay and protect us against the darkness that lies further in the building, even though now I fear it's not enough.
I mean, I've heard great things about edge runners, and I've seen all the memes on TikTok. How's this curse manifest
The
itself?
curse is so much worse than you could imagine. It's a disease, eating at the very foundation. It's the curse of financial distress, of
Oh,
ruin
yes.
and bankruptcy.
Bruce Tennis has Bruce of
It's not just that, officer. We're dealing with something supernatural here. It's the cacodemons feeding off bad business practices and disappointing income statements.
Once again, like criticizing self-help books. I don't watch. I mean, I might be queer, but I'm not queer enough to watch anime.
There's something wrong with this building, I can tell you. Ever since I arrived, I've sensed an eerie, lingering presence, as if I was unwanted here.
Your pendant part of the wards as well?
Oh, this? No, it's a special Himian amulet, blessed by desert pygmy shamans, with a spell of compulsion. It's to compel people to buy books.
You paid money for it. Yeah, a lot of people bounced off of Cyberpunk. I personally bounced off of The Witcher, so I understand. I might get to it eventually, but I got a giant stack of stuff in my backlog. This is one of them. Magical monetary ruin. Oh, Disco Elysium. Oh, yeah, this is, I like it a lot. It's Planescape. It's Planescape, but politics.
There are numerous spells cast throughout the store. I had the books anointed with a different inducement spell, for example. It's guaranteed to boost sales 15%.
Desert
Guaranteed.
pygmy shamans. That sounds like a rather questionable way to describe a group of people.
Would you like me to take the case? I could investigate, see if the curse is real.
Most certainly not. I don't want anyone who's not familiar with the psychic arts to get involved in this mess. Stay away.
My liege, you know what this case calls for? A para-detective.
Investigator lets you investigate the doomed.
Slither
yes.
up to her, you silver-tongued fiend. Show her what world-class perfidy looks like.
Perfidy. What a great word. Ma'am, I came here to help. I've handled paranatural situations.
Are you sure? Don't think I haven't seen charlatans before.
I've returned from the void, a paradetective from a long line of paradetectives.
You're no paradetective. You look nothing like one. And you're clearly a drinker. Pardon me for being so blunt, but...
Oh, buddy cop, Planescape, boiled in... Instead of examine morality and mortality, it examines the macro and micro consequences of politics while set in a setting that is built on the bones of every failed revolution from the French Revolution up until the fall of the Berlin Wall. I mean, that's right up my alley.
You look like one. The lieutenant keeps his usual stony calm. He silently picks out his notebook.
Admit, I've had my share of drink, only because the spectral room is parapsychologically taxed.
How do you know? Or
Here we go.
The wards brought me here in the first place. The Seminese blood also runs.
you're part Simonese. Oh, it means our meeting couldn't have been mere chance. The hand of fate guides us. But I am not the only one at risk. I have to think of my daughter.
No problem.
You are certain you can help us? Keep us safe? I can't allow any collateral damage to hit us.
The fat is no match for
If
me.
you promise, good officer, then you might be our last hope. Do you swear it? Thank you, sir. There's one more thing I haven't told you about yet. The entity.
Do not act surprised. You know of these things, sire.
Of course, the answer. Or I have sensed its presence.
You have? The entity takes the form of a woman, a witch probably. I've suspected that she must be connected to the curse ever since I first saw her. Did you know that she lives inside the chimney?
Chimney, the passage between heaven and hell, of course.
Yes, that chimney is part of the building's central furnace, and it's enormous. She has barricaded herself behind some metal security curtains. God knows what she's doing there. Some unnatural magic, I assume. You should go find the entity and ask what happened to all the companies in the building. What is the source of this curse? Here's the key to the warded door behind the curtains. Take it.
Now I'm happy.
Oh, and please do return to me after you've looked round. I'm quite anxious to know what she has to say about the curse. What you discover in there.
Unbelievable darkness and ruin. What you discover? Probably just some office space. Don't be scared.
A few more questions.
Okay, but please, only a few questions. You wouldn't want to disturb the spirits. It's not good to talk about the curse, not in detail. The negativism, it's dangerous. Talking about the void wraiths angers them.
Wow. Void raves. You have new words.
It's always.
The woman looks aloof. Her feet.
Oh, that is delightful. That is delightful. Just had to turn on the David Lee Roth level schmooze. Get this done.
You see a set of tattered curtains blocking the way to another room. You see a dimly lit room full of dusty furniture and trash. A doorway stands in the back, covered in dozens of scary little Seminese wards, your shadow looming over it like an omen.
Oh!
Oh, face buried in her hands. Ah! Ghostly silhouettes. Here. Vaguely androgynous portrait of a woman. Excellent. I like my women androgynous.
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens, if not hundreds, of Seminese trinkets and charms. It appears to be locked. Only an echo. No one is there. A hollowed-out, dark echo. Only an echo. No one is there. A hollowed-out, dark echo.
Knock 3
Only
times.
an echo. No one is there. A hollowed-out, dark echo. After exerting some force, you manage to turn the key. It's eerily silent. The door slides slightly open, letting a draft of cold air into the room.
Let's go. Huh. This is a gym. Look at boxing gloves. Output bowl. There we go. The rest is...
A barbell lies on the floor. The color has worn off its weight plates. It's 60 kilograms. Your triceps hum at the sight of these weights. Show the world what kind of beast it's dealing with. Lift them. There are no collars on the barbell. This is a safety hazard.
Look, it's a trap. No
You're
collars.
right. The weight may fall off. Better not touch it then.
The bastard just moved the collar.
It would be a violation of EPIS safety regulations if the gym was still operating, but it isn't. No one's supposed to come here anymore.
I'm gonna leave right now because I want to go deliver this ball that I mistakenly thought was a shot put. The name Ravachol seems familiar. Like it means something.
The worn and beaten wooden planks of the bench do not look overly comforting.
We can sit on benches after we've solved the murder. Let's go.
You can revisit the bench if you ever need to pass the time when Lieutenant Kitsuragi is gone.
I don't want Kim to be gone. My bro.
We are still waiting for a replacement for the bull you sent sinking.
I found you a new ball.
What is this? Are you mocking us? This isn't for pétanque.
Now, no need to get angry again, René. I'm sure the officer tried his best. It's not like there's a bull kiosk here in Martinez.
That could be an alternative. Let's take
That's how it is, huh? Fine. I guess you did attempt to right your hooliganism. Consider it forgiven.
Okay, let's go take a look at my... Because I have some stuff. What do I want to buy? What do I like? Hmm. Let the body take control. Look at my encyclopedia at 7. That's ridiculous. 2 dice 6 plus 7. I mean, that's going to give me an average roll of 14. Let's get some visual calculus. There we go. No, not quite ready to level up yet. There you guys. There you boys go. Music's good. I mean, just overall great. Just here to pick up garbage. Like a loser.
I can't believe it's snowing again. It felt like springtime just a few days ago.
What's this fuck the police business?
Excuse me?
Sign says fuck the police.
Oh, well, I didn't write it there. I'm just sitting here.
Didn't mean to startle you.
Okay.
I mean, I get it.
Welcome to Rivachol.
That's Lieutenant. Why are you dressing like part?
Don't you welcome to Revachol me. My grandfather came here from a 3,000-year-old racist isolationist culture, while your ancestors came to this island a mere 300 years ago.
French art anarchist. Ooh, Claudius Kolgenstein. Ooh, I like that.
Every school of thought and government has failed in the city, but I love it nonetheless. It belongs to me as much as it belongs to you.
You tell him.
It's men like you who keep Revachol divided, making it that much harder for everyone to climb out of this post-war limbo.
What he means is, fixation on the Revacholian nation makes it harder for Revachol to actually attain self-determination.
He's right, undermining our best shot at real stuff.
Oh, come on, man. I just said, welcome to Rivachol. It's a lorry driver thing.
I know exactly what you meant. You think my kind doesn't belong here, that I should watch myself and behave.
Man, I've just been encountering so many people I want to leg kick in this game.
But you see, I'm an officer of the RCM. It's actually my job to make sure you behave. I would advise you to remember that.
Silence. The air between them becomes tense. Your partner needs backup. Now's your moment to shine.
Fucking A, Cam, I got your back.
You two make a cute couple. You know that?
I hope so.
The lieutenant exhales and resumes his regular calmness.
No, that's settled. We have a couple of
Whatever you say, officers.
He smells of heavy motor oils and his breath of high tar content cigarettes, probably Astra Whites.
White Star. He waits impassively. Cigarette smolder. All this mug in the trash. Is it yours?
Oh man, that's great. Look at that guy go. Haven't seen anything that funny in a while.
Is it yours?
God damn. Thanks for that, but no, it's not mine.
He doesn't live in Martinez.
What was that argument?
It's about biological determinism, natural law, the sorting of the races. Not the most popular topic nowadays, with the coalition in charge and all. You might want to change the topic. That is, bury your head under the sand like common sheep.
He spits on the ground. Oh, you're just a racist. It makes sense.
I'm not just racist. Look, I've read books. Huh? The science of racial theory has all been proved, even if some people don't want to accept it.
He gestures with his cigarette for emphasis.
People who've studied these things say that you and me are superior by design. So, naturally, we Occidentals should be in charge. Obviously, you can see the merits in that.
Okay, what else have you thought of?
So, lately we Occidentals have experienced an unfortunate downturn when members of the superior race cease to believe in their innate superiority. They stop competing for resources.
Once again,
The
problem with that.
The damn kips are showing a real good game lately. Same with the mosquitoes. And the other introduced species too. They're on the precipice of cultural victory.
Sounds familiar. He throws a sharp glance at Lieutenant Kusanagi.
Cultural victory? What is this then?
Wait, what is this cultural victory?
It's what the kips of Boogie Street are going for, right under our noses. And the others too, on the radio. Heard any chansons lately? Heard any mojitos or leader? No. Dominating culture is how they plan to win. They say so themselves.
Uh-huh.
It's true. Also, you need to realize the dangers of mixing races. Who knows what might happen if people don't stay in their birthplace? You might end up with a new sub-race, with unknown characteristics, leading to extra competition. That's why you've got to control the offspring.
Now, I don't think I'll be going the fascist route. I don't think I can stomach that. I mean, I might go read a run-through of how people have done that, but yeah, I'm not down with this. Why don't you go fuck yourself?
Don't push your luck, runt. Looking for something, Hunt? Come to tell me to fuck off again?
I could, but what are you hauling?
Oh, not much anymore. I'm here to pick up some cargo, but the dock workers are on strike, so it's a sit and wait on your ass situation.
What kind of cargo are you supposed to pick up?
Apples.
Apples is exactly the kind of thing you'd say if you had something to hide.
Sounds like a cover story to me.
Look, as detective, I come from a long line of lorrymen. We got ancient rights and privileges. Oh, I'm here to pick up a load of fucking apples, man. Just regular, Koiko-picked apples.
Damn, you're not gonna get more out of him on this. He's put up the wall of racism.
There's something about the rights and privileges.
Oh yeah, they're a big deal. My great-grandfather was a carter, had a royal license and everything. We've tried to hold on to our privileges.
Because you were working for the king.
Someone with a cart. What did you think it was? That's how deep into history our thing reaches. Before machines.
That's a privilege?
Sure fucking is. We have a guild and everything, huh? Very ancient. Very prestigious.
You're in a cargo guild.
Goddamn right. They've been trying to fuck us out of our heritage in the name of profit. But when they try to replace us,
I see.
they'll regret it. Trusting street thugs with their goods is going to fuck them right up the ass. Mark my words. Generations of practice ain't no laughing matter.
Wow. Hey, everybody, look at this. Here's your introduction to the complexities of intersectionalism. Getting dragged along for that ride.
Oh yeah, they're a big deal. Someone with a cart. What
So he
did
was a
you
garbage man.
Not at all. We're part of a guild and everything, huh? It's very ancient, very prestigious.
Some kind of union?
Hell no. It's a guild. Invitation only. Unions work for the rich fucks. They're basically the same. Been trying to fuck us out of our heritage in the name of profit, but you can't replace experience. Trusting street thugs with their goods.
Done for now. Popular Music Mag. I think the most able-bodied men. Top 10 list.
What is this place?
It's an adventure. Oh, it's bugged. It still thinks I'm upstairs. It's an adventure.
No, it's a gym. Though it looks like no one's been here in ages. I doubt the electricity still works. Good thing we have a flash.
Some specks of dust shimmer in a faint beam of daylight falling from the window. Other than that, the room is dark. An eerie feeling rises in your chest.
But there's a reason why no one's been here.
Yes, because it's closed. No need to look for a supernatural
I mean, I think it expected me once I would get moving that I would stay in that room. So it's 11:30 here. I have a little bit of Adobe Premiere work to do before I need to crash. Everyone, say hi to the nameless, tiny kitten who's very alarmed about my mask. And this little tiny white boho spot. He likes to hang out with me in the evening. He's a sweet little boy. Big fanged yawn. In any case, thanks everyone for joining me. Oh, I'm glad you're loving my playthrough. I'm really enjoying playing this game. I'm glad you like the nails. Not very good at painting them myself, but people seem to, the people I want to be interested in them seem to really like them. So I'm going to keep them going. Also, it draws awesome, strange stares from the people I train with in jiu-jitsu. So that's always a great thing. In any case, everybody, please have a good week. A nice weekend. Please stay safe wherever you're at. I know there's some storms smacking around the southeast right now. And not like COVID's actually ended. Although, got my littlest one, both of his shots now. So that makes me happy. We're all shotted up. Just got to get the housemate to get his booster, because now he can get the bivalent. So everybody, please stay safe, stay healthy, stay as happy as you can. And I'll see you all soon. Maybe I'll stream on Saturday. We'll see. Good night, y'all. Make good decisions. Trying to help Mr. HBD here make better decisions. But good night.